What is up, guys? Welcome to Packers Aftermath. I am your host, Nate Clark. And hey, 2 in a row. Aaron Rodgers running the table, just like he said. And a sloppy game, blizzard game. But that's Frozen Tundra football right there, guys. So, let's jump right into it. Green Bay picked up a huge win, second in a row like I added. 21-13 against the Houston Texans, led by Brock Osweiler. And Green Bay, a little bit back and forth in this game. A little bit lopsided towards what the score would really come out to. Green Bay had majority of the control. They didn't win in the time of possession game. Houston beat them with a few more minutes of time of possession. But Green Bay capitalized on opportunities that they had. So let's dive right into it. Aaron Rodgers led the way once again with his MVP caliber type play. He went 20 for 30, 209 yards with a 108 quarterback rating, 2 touchdowns, 1 to Randall Cobb and 1 to Jordy Nelson. We'll dive into that one a little bit later in the show. Devontae Adams had a little slow game, only had 1 catch. He did have a team high 7 targets, however. But in this game, it's going to be difficult to throw the football with the snow and the weather elements. Green Bay's third down offense took a little bit of a plunge from what we saw on Monday night in Philadelphia. Only 4 for 12 on third down. Their defense, however, kept the third down efficiency up a little bit. Houston only going 6 for 15, I believe, on third down. So. Big day for Julius Peppers. He's going to be getting our defensive game ball of the day. He's now in sole possession of 5th place in career sacks in the NFL with 142.5, passing Michael Strahan. If you guys know him from Fox NFL Sunday. Michael Strahan, if you guys remember, way back when in 2001, broke the record for most sacks in a season by sacking our own Brett Favre. On the September 11th makeup game, week 17. So, big kudos to Julius Peppers. He's always been one of my favorites through the years, growing up watching, being a defensive end myself, watching him play the position. And I'm happy Green Bay got him for a few years. So, he is actually going to open up our game ball session of the show, and he's going to get our defensive game ball. I'm going to add another one, honorable mention to Morgan Burnett, who has really stepped it up with all the injuries in the secondary this year. Morgan Burnett is playing outstanding. He had 9 tackles, 1 pass deflection, and a QB hit. Just really solidifying that back end of the secondary. Him and Clinton Dix have really stepped up this season. But our honorable mention on the defensive side goes to Morgan Burnett. And the offensive side game ball is going to go to Jordy being Jordy. 8 catches, 113 yards, 1 touchdown. And Jordy's just being Jordy. Everyone's still concerned about his ACL injury. Right now, he leads the league in touchdown receptions at 10. So I don't see much issues going on with that. He looks fine to me. I think it was just a mixture of the offense just being out of rhythm and just trying to get back into that type of scripted rhythm that they have with Mike McCarthy calling the plays. So that is our game balls segment of the show. And also return of the Ty Montgomery getting involved a lot. 6 carries for 40 yards and also 2 catches for 18 yards. So a total of 8 grabs on the day. I'm glad to see him getting back in the mix. He can be a real mismatch threat for the Packers on offense. So I'm happy to see him getting in the mix. Christine Michael, who they picked up from Seattle, he got a few carries today. Still trying to slow him in. So far, he's still on the roster. So they didn't pull Miles Davis and cut him after 2 weeks. So for those of you who don't know, he was taken right after Eddie Lacy in the 2012 draft. So for a little FYI segment right there. So, our turning point of the day, Jordy Nelson's 32-yard touchdown catch in the 4th quarter to bring the Packers up 14-7. That really turned the momentum for Green Bay to seal it. Aaron Ripkowski ended up going in for another short touchdown run on the goal line to seal the game. 21-13 was your final score. Green Bay moving to 6-6 on the season, and jumping ahead to next week. Season's not getting any easier. We have Seattle coming to town. That's going to be a 1 o'clock Pacific time start for those of you guys who are west of Mississippi like myself. However, Seattle is down Earl Thomas. He did get injured Sunday night against Carolina. He's going to be out for the season, so that could impact Seattle a lot. So Green Bay needs to stay on track and pick up this win and move to 7-6 to keep their playoff position alive and the NFC North titles alive as well. So that's all I have for you guys today. Follow me on Twitter at CoachNate71. Hashtag me at Packers Aftermath for if you have any Packers or Seattle questions to get mentioned on the show next week. Other than that, go Pack, go.